Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server.
And Scavernus plays the game, but not all the time. He's taking a break for the moment. Yes, treat yourself.
Yeah, that's how I've enjoyed Space Engineers, is by ensuring that I take regular breaks. Not forcing myself to play, otherwise you get a bit too frustrated. Although Sal doesn't seem to be affected by that in the slightest.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it. I'd really like to know. I'd kinda like to share your enthusiasm for this game, because I admit it is a lovely thing and I kinda enjoyed it for a long time.
I think what keeps me is coming back is that the first bit is good and polished. Like when you first start on the server, you can spend hundreds of hours on there. Well, maybe not hundreds, but dozens and dozens of hours before sometimes you even come into a problem. It's only after extensive gameplay do you realize that it's not, that things just aren't working. And then it kind of falls apart a bit. And then by the time you've sort of taken a break and come back, and then you get the exciting bit again where it's all fun, you've forgotten what it was like when you were there at 3 a.m. and all of your stuff had exploded, all because of something that shouldn't have exploded. And then the next week they release Cyberhounds. And I guess it's like childbirth.
I like that imagery.
Yeah. You realize you want another kid, but you forget how painful the childbirth itself was. And so you do it anyway. I think that's a good analogy for this game. I do like it, though. I make fun of it a lot, but I do like it, and I do respect a company that's willing to
put up with people like us? No.
Yeah.
All right.
I was more like willing to do something as ambitious as this and at least get this far. I've followed a number of projects similar to this in scope. We're a small little company, either their first game or like Space Engineers with a big flop that they ran away from. And they never carried through with it. There's another one that I was following for a long time and really hoping was going to work out. It was a zombie survival game, The Dead Linger, and they recently, everything went wrong. And they ended up having to...
Sorry for the interruption there, but KP Wayne says that you're saying the only way to enjoy this game is to wait 9 months minimum between playing it. Those 9 months are the good parts. Then you've got around 18 years of pain. And if you try loading it several times and it doesn't load, then maybe you have problems elsewhere. I'll leave that for the viewers to imagine.
I don't know what that's referring to.
go ask them. I have a stupid idea, but it's probably wrong. I hope it is. I was hoping Sal would have more mature viewers, but then again, judging by the people she plays with, she probably doesn't. I'm sorry if I'm currently insulting viewers, but Sal's not here. I can be as mean as I want.
Yeah, I found out by insulting subscribers and posting videos that they don't like, that if you stick at it for almost 2 years, eventually they all unsubscribe, and people that don't mind being insulted and do like the videos that you're posting, eventually they join up. So if you're willing to stick with this for a couple of years, Mia, we can insult them. We just have to be streaming for quite a while.
Oh, okay. Pretty sure I'd turn more into attraction if I'd be streaming for that long and be insulting everybody the entire time. I'd be like the new Twitch plays Pokemon. What do you mean it would insult myself too? Yes, sure, it would be torturing and painful, and I probably wouldn't live through that, especially since I kinda need to get back to studying in a few weeks. I don't think it's even a few weeks anymore, it's just a couple of weeks. Like, literally a couple. I forgot where I was going with that. Also, I missed a few comments. If you're hoping, you're wrong. You probably aren't. I've forgotten what that relates to, I'm sorry. And KP Wayne has a very immature side to himself that shows every once in a while. I suppose that was one of these times, right? Okay, good that we discussed that.
You can edit that conversation in later and it'll seem natural. Is this going to be, because of the hours that Sal has had you do, are you going to end up being jet lagged despite the fact that there's only an hour difference between you two normally?
Remind me, what was jet lagged again?
Where you go from one time zone to another, usually quite different, and your body clock has yet to reset. So you're sleeping at, you feel like you should sleep in the middle of the day, because that's when you normally would be. It only takes a few days to get over it.
Oh yeah, that. When we put it like that, it already is that way? Is it because she entirely ruined my sleeping pattern with her sim streams and staying up late and making me edit and stuff? I usually feel awfully tired at around 5 or 6 in the evening, and I wake up at 2. It's horrible. Then I have another quick nap between 5 or 6 in the morning until 9. It's awful. But then again, my student sleeping schedule wasn't any better. So I don't mind too much. Oh, I'm running out of oxygen. Good thing I looked. I wouldn't know what I'd be doing without me.
Oh, new comment.
Yeah, I should probably
Let me
take
know
a look
who
at
did
that.
this.
I mean, I have the chat screen right in front of me, but I keep missing it every time. Alright, so Scovenus was reassuring KP Wayne that we're all a bit immature, somehow. Or at least some of us. Zerinix, oh no, I already had that. KP Wayne was just asking what I'm studying. I'm studying to become a teacher. I hope that answers that question. It's dreadful. It usually only comes with bad habits like correcting everybody around me. Being mean to them too. Don't say those poor kids. I mean, yes, sure, they're all poor and don't lack proper education, which is awful, but I'm a brilliant person. I was making, you know, half human beings. Would it be unfair to plug that episode here again? I'm pretty sure I already did at the start of the stream.
Yeah, I think it's been plugged about 5 times.
Again, my magnum opus, which I'll never beat again. You can't agree with KP here, Alicide. That's just me. I'm a brilliant teacher. We just early on discussed how I'm supposed to teach them grammar with grammatics. So, grammatics. Which is funny because in German the actual term for grammar is Grammatik.
Oh, that worked out well.
I know, which is probably why I made that mistake.
If it was me being a teacher, that is when you could say that poor kids. Because I would be the teacher that they would all like to have, but they would end up leaving school probably with a worse education than when they started.
Wee, that sounds fun. Hold on, KP Wayne. If you've never been taught that word, I suppose you are in German, right? Right? Please say yes now. It would be embarrassing if you've never been taught grammatic in our German. Oh, I'm sorry that you were forced to take the German classes. I had the same thing with French. God, I hate French, both the language and the people. I've been to France twice, and both times I had awful experiences. One time I had a horrible guest family, and a very weird exchange student who couldn't control his libido. It was male. Weird. And the other time I just had a family with poor taste in everything. I got a freaking bun with chocolate bits in it that was hard as a stone for breakfast. And some tea with... Actually, no, it wasn't tea. It was just you know, stones in it or something. Hot water and stones. It wasn't very nice. I don't like the French. God, I'm terrible at reading out comments. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I was just... I learned German in school as well. However, I think the teacher, she had this idea if she allowed the students to swear in German, then it would make everything more fun. You know, everyone gets to swear as long as they're including those swear words within, the correct context of the sentence, then it's fine. But I learned nothing other than, not that I can remember, but we had a German dictionary and we just found all of the least appropriate words we could and then just filled sentences up with them. And that's essentially all that we learned, was very basic sentences that existed in order to allow as many inappropriate words in there as possible. So I don't think that system of teaching worked. But it was fun.
KP Wayne once went to Paris, and he really enjoyed it. But then again, he only saw the inside of the CDG airport before flying onwards to Tokyo. Wow. That's impressive. I couldn't go there. Because, it's far away and I can't fly for very long. And actually, that's a lie. He went to Paris twice because he had to go back through that airport on his way home too. Wouldn't it be shorter to take a flight from the US directly to Tokyo instead of flying to Paris and then there? That depends on if you're on the east or the west coast, I suppose. And Zurinex is German and he would have rather learned another language. Other language than what? German? Don't be like that. You can do lots of things with German. Like, communicate with few people. You can talk and Dutch people understand you. I just can't talk back. Oh, he's in the UK. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry. Carry on. Where was I? Probably staring at the floor for quite some time. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring steel plates. I think. Did I? No. Well, I did now. I suppose you say you're German and you hate the language German and not you hat German. Right? KP Wayne says it was cheaper to fly through France to Tokyo, over France to Tokyo, from the UK. But ironically, if he would have been flying from France, it would have been cheaper to fly through the UK. Yeah, it would elude me too. Ah, there's my teacher coming out. I suppose that was about the hat, right? I mean, I'd like to have a German hat. Not that I'd wear it, those actually are kind of silly. I forgot what I was doing again. I wanted that, I need to want this. And I probably ran out of steel plates again or something.